A common opinion in tennis teaching is that we have to swing low to high in order to generate topspin. It makes sense that in theory, we need to brush from low to high over the ball to generate topspin. Scientifically, this makes sense, but on the court, a low to high swing produces a very weak ball and what I would consider a glancing blow. So today, I'm going to be showing you the correct hitting zone that is used by pro players in modern tennis and at an advanced level. Let's begin. Many people get very confused when watching high-speed tennis. It looks like the players have huge backswings and that they have high follow-throughs and that they're getting way under the ball with the racket. What they don't realize is that we have to get under the ball with our body, and the racket is basically just staying in the exact same spot that it started. When we free fall to the height of the ball, we need to get under it with our legs. That's why the pros are so low, and this is probably one of the main things that differentiates an advanced level tennis player and an intermediate level tennis player. We need our body to move up and down like an elevator, and you actually need to get your body under the ball and not just the racket. A lot of people will try and emulate this move by skipping the steps because they've got the, low to high engraved in their mind. And they will get under the ball with only their racket head and their hand. But if you go and do this, it's actually not going to result in any more topspin and power if you don't add the legs as well. So now that we understand that we actually get underneath the ball with our body and not the racket head, I need to now show you the most common swing path mistake that is stealing a lot of people's success on the courts. In order to produce speed and topspin, the swing path on your forehand no longer comes from low to high, up and over the non-hitting shoulder. Instead, the swing needs to come across our body and go through the ball with some actual penetration. If you brush up on your hitting zone, you're going to end up skimming the ball and there's going to be no sound and no pop. Okay? What people are mistaking for a brushing up motion is simply the pronation over the top of the ball by releasing the wrist. This is what we call the windshield wiper position. Okay? Where we go here and we cover the top of the ball and the racket goes up and over like the windshield wipers on a car or a rainbow. But if you actually look at the arm and not the racket, you will notice that the arm is barely moving and seldom does it come above this height. The arm does not go way up and over to the sky, but rather it stays down and level. It flings across the body over what we could call an imaginary tabletop. So it can be very deceiving when watching pro tennis at a high speed because people don't realize that the swing is a lot more level and through than it looks. And the only thing that's going low to high is actually your body. I hope you found this information useful and I hope you can apply it to your forehand to improve your swing. I wish you luck and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao. If you like what you learned here, I recommend taking the next step and going into my online course because it takes these concepts and builds on them and shows you a complete system for enjoying tennis for the rest of your life. You can get started by clicking the link down in the description and you can sign up on my website.